Help! I'm having a whole bunch of kids around to play some games in the school holidays. They'll be here for the evening. I'll be helping with the games. What should I feed them? After a bit of thought, I've decided to take the easy road and get some pizza. But for dessert, I think an ice cream buffet or a sundae bar would go down a treat. It'll be simple to put together when I'm pushed for time. It'll be colourful and visually appealing. And I'm sure a bunch of kids or even adults would love to put together their own ice cream sundae. Hi, I'm Taryn. Welcome. If we haven't met before, making food fun, delicious and visually appealing is something I enjoy, and in these videos I like to share my tips so you can do it too. So without any further ado, this ice cream buffet isn't going to make itself, so let's get into it. After a scan through my pantry and a trip to the supermarket, these are the things I've collected. Here's some colourful cones, or some little cups for the guests to make their ice creams in. We've got some wild berry ambrosia ice cream, and some cookies and cream ice cream. Here's some fresh cream and chocolate to make a chocolate sauce, and some frozen berries and icing sugar for a mixed berry coulis. Then I've got some strawberry wafers, marshmallows, jelly hearts and M&Ms. Because what's an ice cream sundae without some of these on top? And to finish it off, some chocolate chips and some sprinkles. I think I'll make the berry coulis first. This one is just mixed berries, some icing sugar and some water. Then I'll bring it to the boil for a few minutes. If you haven't made a sweet coulis before, make sure you check out my video on making and using fruit coulis. I'll leave a link in the description below. They are so quick and easy to make and can enhance any dessert. Now we can strain it to get a lovely deep red coulis. To save on dishes, I'm going to strain it straight into the bottle using a funnel and a small sieve. Doesn't it look cool in this funky bottle? Next I'll make the chocolate sauce. This one is simple too. I'll bring some cream to the boil. This happens very quickly, so don't turn your back on it. Then add the chocolate and whisk it in until it's melted, smooth and shiny. For a chocolate ganache, the ratio of chocolate to cream is 2:1, but we want our chocolate sauce to be nice and runny, so the ratio I'm using here is 1:1. I'll pour this into another bottle I found. This bottle is glass, so it's safe to heat it briefly in the microwave for a warm chocolate sauce. Otherwise you can pop it into a jug of hot water for a few minutes to warm it a little. Sometimes you might want to pre-ball your ice cream. This makes it quicker and easier for people to serve themselves, especially if there are children involved. I've got a baking tray here covered with a bit of food wrap, and it's been in the freezer so it's nice and cold. Now I'll roll some balls of the berry ice cream and pop it onto the tray. I find this is the best way to pre-ball and keep ice cream frozen for as long as possible once it's out of the freezer. When I've done a few, I'll put them back into the freezer just like this. I'll also put a serving plate in the freezer to chill. A bowl of melted ice cream doesn't look very appealing, so the more we can do to keep everything cold, the better. While the ice cream is firming up again, let's have a look at the ice cream cones. There's quite a colour selection in here. Maybe I'll dip a few of these plain ones into some melted pink chocolate and then into some sprinkles for a bit of fun. You could use white or dark chocolate or even coloured chocolate and any colour scheme of sprinkles. If you had a particular theme or colour scheme you wanted to tie in, you could go with that colour. Isn't this a simple way to spruce up a plain ice cream cone? All our bits and bobs are ready, so we can now arrange our sundae buffet. I've had a wee look around my kitchen to see what containers and things I could find to serve the various bits and pieces on or in. And this is what I found. I'm thinking about how I can make it colourful and fun. Here's some bowls for the ice cream, a tiered plate for the cones to create a bit of height, some sundae bowls for the marshmallows, lollies or sweets and wafers, some smaller bowls for the sprinkles, chocolate chips and M&Ms, and an ice cream scoop, tongs and spoons because they'll come in handy too. Looking at the selection of things I've got, I think it'll make a beautiful presentation. It's all white ceramic or glass. It's not just an odd assortment of things, it has been well thought out. And we've got little groups of 3, and it's been proven that odd numbers of things do look better. Putting this together is like putting any buffet together. I want to keep it functional and keep the flow moving because the kids will be excited. The first thing that will be needed is a cone or bowl, so they are on the left. Then they can work their way along to the sauces, lollies, sweets and garnishes. I've put the brown chocolate chips between the colourful M&Ms and sprinkles to break up the colours, and I think it looks better that way. Often on a buffet, it looks amazing until the first few people have been through. So with that in mind, I've got sauces for the sauces to keep things as tidy as possible for as long as possible. I've got a normal ice cream scoop for the tub, and tongs are probably our best bet for the pre-balled ice cream. I'm just about ready for the kids to start making these sundaes, so I'll put the ice into the bowls and then put the tub of ice cream in. I'll also get the cold plate and balled ice cream from the freezer, put it into place, and we're ready to roll. It doesn't really give the full effect set up here, so I'll quickly move it in front of this blackboard so you can see what my intention is. Wow, I think this is really cool. Kids and adults would love this, and it really wasn't hard to put together, was it? The sauces can be pre-made, everything can be pre-bowled or pre-balled, and all that's left is putting the ice cream out. If you want to get a bit more fancy with your dessert, you could make a chocolate brownie. Here's a video that'll show you how to make and present it. Happy Sundaying!